Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. Senate Republicans have just voted to quash any attempt at a 9/11 style inquisition of sorts into the January 6th riots. So without even really looking, I'm just going to guess they used the filibuster to do this. And beyond making a whole thing about the filibuster, because that'll take ages, my issue here is that these Republicans themselves were there. They had to run and hide. These protesters, if you want to call them that, but really attempted insurgents is more accurate. They wanted to come after Pence and their colleagues in both the House and the Senate. That was a day that will live in infamy. And yet the Republicans have decided, you know what? No, let's not actually delve into this any further. And this is going to come back and bite them in the ass so hard. Will it happen in 2024? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe 2028 or maybe one of the midterms. Who knows? But by avoiding this, they are not addressing the problem, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to come back and affect more of them and in a worse way. These Republicans are complicit in not only the abject terror of that day, but also in the death of American democracy and self-responsibility. It is up to the elected leaders to actually take stock of what they have, the threats that face them, actually making sure that their democracy is healthy, robust, safe. A legitimate threat to it happened on January the 6th, and this is the response, is to act like it didn't happen and to just roll over for the sake of Trump and his fanatic following. There is no timeline where this ends well. And it's so frustrating because you know that these Republicans know it was bad. They said as much on the House and Senate floor. And as we found out in the days and weeks in the aftermath, several of them, including I think it was the House Republican minority leader who was calling Trump saying, hey, you need to send help here. And Trump said, well, I guess, these people are just a little more upset about the election results than you are. And he said, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, hello, I'm a born and bred Republican here, my guy. These guys objectively know that that whole situation was wrong, which means on some level, they know that opposing this and trying to filibuster this to prevent the creation of this commission is also wrong. But they're Republicans, and Republicans above all else are team players. They will play for Team GOP even when it's morally indefensible because, well, that's my team. That's the colleagues. Got to support Trump. Mitch McConnell was saying, please, come on, like, do this as a favor for me. What a terrible human being, having to call in favors to prevent the potential saving of democracy and the republic. If that isn't treasonous, it's really hard to tell what is and isn't treasonous then. Because what the Republicans are doing in the Senate and what Mitch McConnell is urging them to do is morally indefensible. And if you have any concept of believing in a fair, just, and democratic society, you should not follow through with this. You should not be in favor of allowing attempted insurrectionists to get away with the overthrow of the democracy you claim to love and uphold. There is no way that this is in any way acceptable, or rather that it should be acceptable. But unfortunately, these are the Republicans we're talking about. So for them, anything goes. And the fact that this happened and, once again, it's just morally indefensible and yet none of us are surprised, that's what's bothering me today.